Having made landfall on the west coast of Florida on Sunday, Hurricane Irma is now weakening a little bit. You can see the cloud picture here in the satellite much more diffuse. This is Jose, still a hurricane out in the Atlantic. More on this storm in just a moment. But first of all, we focus in on Irma. It is weakening, which means the winds are easing, but there is a continued threat to life, both from heavy rain, which could cause some flooding on its own, but a continued risk of a serious storm surge too. The low pressure system that is Irma continuing to track northwards now away from Tampa. Just look at the number of isobars. Still very strong winds for the time being. Now they will ease, but the heavy rain pushes its way northwards over northern parts of Florida into parts of Georgia. We could see 200, 300, maybe 400 millimeters more rain to come through the rest of Monday. And as the storm moves northwards, the winds on the west coast of Florida become westerly, and that will push the storm surge inland. And we could, in places, see a 2-meter storm surge. So more flooding is likely through the rest of Monday. We are not done with this storm just yet. As we go through Monday night and Tuesday, notice how the storm weakens. The isobars open out, just becomes an area of low pressure, still bringing some pretty heavy rain, it has to be said, across the southeast of the US. We won't really know the full extent of the damage of Irma for a couple more days yet. But moving away from Irma, we do still have to focus in on Hurricane Jose, well out to sea at the moment, to the south of Bermuda and to the east of the Bahamas. Now this is still a hurricane continuing to mill around. It's got quite a strange path this for the next day or so, pushing northwards, then drifting potentially back a little bit further south. But there is the risk, that's all it is at this stage, that later this week the storm may start to move back towards the Bahamas. That is something we'll be keeping a very close eye on over the next 48 or 72 hours or so. But still plenty going on in the Atlantic. We'll continue to monitor the situation and keep you updated with our social media channels. And as before, the National Weather Service in the United States is also a very good source of information.